going to learn how to convert between degrees and radians. Just like we can measure other things in multiple units, radians is just another way of measuring our angles. Main thing we need to know to convert between the two is that 180 degrees is the same thing as pi radians. So looking at a few examples, if I asked you to draw an angle that was pi over 6 radians, most of you right now probably wouldn't know how big or small to make that angle. But if we convert that to degrees, you'll have a better idea of what that angle is. So to convert it, we're just going to take pi out and put 180 degrees in its spot. So the top of our fraction becomes 180 degrees, bottom's still 6, and then it's just a fraction to simplify. 180 divided by 6 is 30 degrees. Now we have a better idea of what our angle looks like. Pi over 6 is the same thing as 30 degrees. Moving on to 5 pi over 3. Same thing, we just take pi out and put the same number of degrees in its spot. So on the top we have 5 times 180 degrees. The bottom still 3. 5 times 180 gives us 900 degrees in the top. Divided by 3 means we have an angle that's 300 degrees. If you start with radians, take pi out, put 180 in its spot, and then simplify. If you start in degrees and need to switch to radians, then we're just going to turn our degrees into a fraction, and pi goes in the top, 180 goes in the bottom. Since pi and 180 are the same thing, it doesn't change our number overall. If you're asked to leave it in simplest fraction form, you want to leave pi in your answer and just simplify the numbers. 60 over 180 simplifies down into 1 over 3. So it's 1 pi over 3. (210 degrees), we want to follow those same steps. 210 pi over 180. And then simplify just the numbers. So pi is going to stay in the top. You can divide those both by 10. That makes it 21 pi over 18. Both of those then can be divided by 3 to give us 7 pi over 6. If it comes out to be an improper fraction, like 7 over 6, leave it as an improper fraction. Don't change that to a mixed number. Hope that helps as you work through your IXLs.